here with the Sunday Show. We're here in front of Loan One, which is a subsidiary of the Union Bank. We're gonna go in here and get a little information on how to get pre-approved for a home. Come on, hang out, let's get some knowledge. We are at Loan One, a subsidiary of the Union Bank, here with a good friend of mine, Knapke. Thanks again so much for joining us. I wanted to give our viewers just a little bit of information on what's important when they're trying to get a home loan. One from a first-time home buyer perspective, and maybe just in general, what are some of the information that you all need to collect during that process?
Obviously the income, first and foremost, seeing what your borrowing power is. So it's the pay stubs, it's the bank statements, it's the tax returns. Making sure you're qualified, that part of it, to know that you can go out there and find what you want and not be kind of randomly searching. Right. So that's the number one thing, obviously. But I think on top of that is the credit, apply, because the income's one thing, but things can go sideways just from, once you finally apply and have somebody look at your credit, that may take some different avenues to go down versus just what you think, okay, is clear cut. So get the credit in and get the income, and that's gonna make things a lot smoother for everybody.
Yeah, you know what, this process can be so intimidating to a lot of people. What are some of the things that maybe makes your process a little easier and maybe even more informative, if you will, to kind of take away some of that anxiety?
Sure. The immediate answers is one thing, so that there's just not that.
Oh, I hate the waiting game.
Yes. Absolutely. And we're a smaller bank, you know that, and that's why I'm here and why we worked so long together. It's just to have that immediate satisfaction of knowing you call me, I get the answers, I go to the underwriter that sits 3 cubicles away from me, so that there's none of this, again, loose ends. So that's the beauty of it, the separation. You know what,
you bring up a good point. You talk about the underwriters, and the underwriters is so important. Tell our viewers what's important about underwriters and having them close.
So that if there's something that I may not know, which at times it happens. Even if we're doing it as long as we have, there's we think we're the experts, but they're the ones that are the experts because the guidelines are moving targets. Things change. So one day it's one thing, and then there's something that opens up that makes it easier, or there's something that makes it harder. So
and to be able to just go across the hall.
Absolutely, it's huge.
It makes all the difference. You know what, if we have some viewers that are interested in working with you and maybe even coming to get a consultation, I'm assuming it's free, right?
Absolutely.
How do they get in contact with you?
My number locally, 614-212-1421.
Okay, one more time?
614-212-1421.
Knapke, Loan One, subsidiary of the Union Bank, my guy. Talk to you soon. We'll be back. Thanks so much. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna slide.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, but essentially, students in the program, you complete your degree. While you're doing that, you're doing military training here at ROTC, so you do 4 years of military training. Okay. You have required training in the summer, and when you graduate, you get your commissioning as an officer in either the Navy or the Marine.
Good stuff. Good stuff. It's a little damp out here, but this is Buckeye life, man. This is the one thing that's beautiful about Ohio State and wanting to play here is the fans. You can see it's ugly and it's still like 3.5 hours before the game and they're out here, right? They love their Buckeyes. Still outside the Buckeye game, we're here with Nora with Buckeye Donuts. And you know what? I'm so pumped because I thought the truck, it only had donuts. But they got a breakfast sandwich here too. I'm gonna have to dump this umbrella because I need to take a bite. of this.
Still really hot, be careful.
It's still a little hot?
Yeah.
It is still a little hot. But look at this. So what all do you make, Nora, here?
On game days, we have our donuts. We also do breakfast sandwiches to order. We have tater tots. The later games, we do gyros, fries. We do our donut burger.
Donut burger.
Yes.
I don't know if that's okay with the, I don't know if that's recommended for any level of cholesterol.
Best of both worlds.
It's the, okay,
Savory,
you're right.
sweet.
Yeah, absolutely. And I might have to try that next time because that sounds really good.
We'll make it to go for you.
Okay, but do you put cheese on it and all that kind of?
Yep.
Really?
With egg, bacon, cheese.
I'm gonna just take a
on a glazed donut. We got steam coming off that.
Oh my God! Is this bread? Is this a bagel or? Yeah. Oh, this is the bomb right here. And what do we have here?
Here we have our Buckeye, which is our biggest seller. I decided to do this one, another big seller, the chocolate Bismarck with our the scarlet and gray sprinkles.
Oh,
and
perfect.
Good old glazed.
Perfect, glazed. You know what? I always judge a good donut shop by the glazed donut, so I'm gonna do that. See what we got going on here. See how it collapsed? It collapsed, man. That means that's a good donut. Thank you. Nora.
Yes.
How long have you guys been here?
This is our 3rd year here outside the stadium. We're here about 3-4 hours before kickoff.
And how's sales? Is it
It's
good
raining
spot?
today, but I think donuts are pretty rain-proof. People come whether it's raining or not.
I like that. Donuts are rain-proof. Thank you. Fist bump. Yep. Thank you so much for. Hey, you guys come down to the stadium, make sure you come and see my girl Nora, okay, at Buckeye Donut. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you, Nora.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. Yeah, what's your name?
Ken Urban.
Ken, all right, pleasure, bro.
Right, my pleasure,
thank
man.
you. Thank you so much, man. Yeah. Down on the field again, Obie Stillwell with the Sunday Show, and I'm joined by a friend, Caroline Rice. You guys probably heard her on the radio show if you listen to the radio show. She also does some work with Ozone and the Big Ten Network, which is pretty cool. You're like all over the place.
All over the place, always.
Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So, Caroline, tell us a little bit about this game. We got the Rutgers coming up. Tell us a little bit about the game, what maybe we can expect. Anything different?
Yeah, Rutgers has a young quarterback, a freshman quarterback, but they do have a solid receiving group. So I'm expecting a little bit better offensive performance from Rutgers than we're used to seeing from them.
Cool.
I think even with a young quarterback, their offensive line is pretty solid. So it'll be a good offensive performance by Rutgers. But I am expecting a similar performance from Ohio State defensively. As Jordan Fuller returns, the back seven really needs to step up. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I think Ohio State's going to look similar to last week. Yeah.
What about the weather conditions? Do you think there's a difference?
Yeah, well, I think we're going to see Mike Weber and J.K. Dobbins get the ball a little bit more, even than last week. I think with Haskins passing, it's going to be a little bit difficult throwing those deep balls today, so.
Yeah, exactly. This is a defensive player's dream, right? I mean, especially as a linebacker, like this is the gritty weather, right? Now, it's artificial turf, so there's no mud involved. I wish there was mud. Probably maybe a little more sliding, but no mud. But you know, that's okay. But I'm telling you, I'm believing that that the running backs are going to do quite a bit of work and carry the heavy load today. So, but hey, we're here in the shoe way before the game. So I'm gonna let my guys take a quick scan of the horseshoe before the game, and we're gonna move our locations and we'll be right back with the Sunday Show. Again, the Sunday show with Obie Stillwell. I just seen Cornelius Green. I call him Uncle Cornelius. He was the first black quarterback here at Ohio State, number 7. Many of you guys remember him. I'm gonna go over here and try to chat with him real quick. Good to see
nephew, you know everything good.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, like I said, affectionately call him Uncle Cornelius, right? Hey, talk a little bit just about the Buckeye tradition and coming back, and what brings you back so consistently.
Well, this weekend is really important because it's our 1973 team 45-year reunion.
Wow.
And we were 10-on-1 Rose Bowl championship team. I was MVP in the Rose Bowl that year, only 19 years old. And Archie and I, we were all together last night. And what a great opportunity for us to get back together, you know.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let me tell you, what's one of your fondest memories in the shoe?
My fondest memory in the shoe was, I would say, going back in this 1973 year, I started against Minnesota as a sophomore, and we won 56-7. Scored 4 out of 5 times we had the ball. So I always kind of go back to this year. That was probably one of my most fondest memories.
You know, I would be remiss if I did not mention that you were one of the first black quarterbacks here at the Ohio State University. The first.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit, and if you could, just share a little bit of what that was like. Maybe some of the pressure, some of the anxiety that you had to deal with.
Well, I mean, back then I was getting letters from some hate groups, averaging like 40 letters a week.
Wow.
And I didn't share that. I got death threats over the phone. And it was a tough time my freshman year. And so
you're just trying to play football.
Just trying to play football, just trying to go to school and get an education. But I had to deal with so many outside pressures. But believed in the Lord, believed in God. Archie was my roommate. He was my strength. So I was able to prevail that, and told Woody, but I didn't want it to get into the newspapers or anything like that.
Right.
And so winning cures all. I started against Minnesota.
Right.
We went 10-on-1, and then all the letters stopped. And all calls stopped. Love you, nephew.
Love you too, man. Hey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.